Alright, so I'm I'm gonna be setting up my Autodrive, starting to anyway. Just a couple of basic things connecting the two farms that I have. Um, so the first thing I'm gonna do is kind of gonna make a basic loop. Right. So I'm gonna be setting up. Yeah, just basically making a loop. There's a few things I have in place. We can go a little bit faster on this. What I like to do first um, is drive the route that I'm going to be taking. Now, for simply because of things like this, I've kind of been unloading some wood, staging like where a house is going to be built, and the truck's in the way. So we're going to move that one out of the way. And we need to hop in this one. Whoa. Why did it jump back up to 57? I don't know. But I like to drive the course that I'm going first. Maybe I turned it up. We'll go to 40. Now I'm just getting started with a basic loop. Well, it's not going to be a basic loop, but I'm starting with the loop. I'm not taking the main road coming this way, simply because I know right now I don't have anything going on. I'll add it later on, but this is just how I chose to go. I'll come up the main road on the way back to the small farm. So this is just a kind of a starting point for my Autodrive. Now, if I'm going to do the whole map, I know this is going to take a lot of time. But I really enjoy this map, and I really think that it would be fun for me to do as well. It may not make sense to some people, but it's just how I choose to do it. Now, once I get the course, the bulk of the course. Hey, Harley, how you doing? Once I get the bulk of the course set up, then and I set it, like say I'm going to send it to the garage, right? Then it may choose to take a shorter route or something, but this is just the direction I chose to go with. How's Harley doing today? And now that I'm doing the auto drive, I'm turning the traffic off just so I don't run into collision problems. Um, and I'm using the transfer truck because it's bigger. So if I can make the turns with this truck, then I should be able to make it with a tractor or with a small trailer. Good sir, how are you? I hope you're doing better. Man, we're just about the same. It's hanging in there. That's all we can do, I guess. So I'm starting to set up the Autodrive on this map. Even though FS19 will be coming out, I still want to kind of invest in this map and play after FS19 comes out. I'm sure I'll go back and forth for a while. Now I don't have to worry about the Autodrive's now. I don't think the Autodrive's going to worry about stopping at the red light. So the purpose in making this first loop, this first kind of drive around, is so that I can see if there's anything in the way that needs to be moved. You know, like the one transfer truck was in the way, and to kind of get my thoughts as to, hey, this is how I want to pull in, or you know, whatever the case may be. Now, going back, we're going to go to the gas station and come up the... No, I think we'll go to the hotel. Now, I'm not trying to stay in the lane right now. When I actually drive it, I'll go slower when I'm actually recording. Okay, no collision there. Like, I'll drive it at 20 miles an hour like this. Well, that's on 40. Whoops. So we're going to start off going this way because, one, we're going to pass by the gas station. And we're also going to pass by the shop. So... and it'll service a couple things that I'm already doing. Let's see, there's another gas station. Got the animal dealer that we can connect to right off of this. I'm not going to need that right now. Maybe in the future, but there's a sell point right here on the right. I do use it quite a bit, so that'll end up being connected as well. And another reason I chose this map over the other gameplay that I have going on is there's 66 fields on this map, where the other map, OSIC, has I think 128. and the roads and stuff are smaller. Hey, Bruce, how you doing? I'm just kind of goofing off right now. I'm checking the first route that I'm going to be making on Autodrive, um, just to make sure there's not anything in the way. And I'm over halfway through the first, like my little test loop. I'm actually coming up on the end of it pretty soon. The small farms up here, so. And then I'll start recording the first lap. That's good, man. I'm glad you're doing good. I use this sell point right here also, so um, the, I'm all right. Sandy's dad just wanted to rest today, so we're just chilling out at the house and keeping our fingers crossed. So we had a good visit yesterday, and yeah. All right, so what we're gonna do. Now I think it's Alt 0. Nope. Let's hit F1. Auto drive left Alt keypad 0. There we go. So I need to get to the settings. One of these I can make that bigger. Is that it? Let's go with 150. Yeah, that's bigger. Okay. So we go into edit mode. I can turn that back off. And we're going to record. Get our cruise control down. We'll try it at 20. Now I'm not trying to be perfect with this. Whenever I've used Autodrive in the past, I've always turned the traffic off just so I don't run into collision problems. And then using the transfer truck, like I said, it's the biggest truck that I use, and if I can make the turns with it, then I should have no problem making turns with a tractor. And then usually what I do is I make my first lap and just connect it. And then I'll turn around and go the opposite direction. And connect that one. And then I'll connect the farms, sell points and stuff like that. Basically the farm, I'll do the farm first. And I may do the fields that I own next, and then the sell points. So Ooh, check it out. My channel is live. Let's see if that pops up on OBS. I don't think it will because I've got game. It's doing the game. Yeah, nah, it didn't pop up. Okay. I had a message pop up on my screen. It was like, YouTube let me know that I've gone live. 15 minutes later. So right there, somewhere in that area is where the house is going to be, which is all the wood, you know, while all the wood and stuff is set up. So and then like another thing, if I have to go in and hide, if I have to go in and hide like the street lights and stuff like that, then you know I'm not worried about it. Whatever it takes to make the course and make it run good. Now I'm gonna, when we get down here to the garage, I'm gonna stop for a second. When I made my little like practice loop or whatever, I went through the parking lot of the garage, and I'm not sure if that's how I want. Now Autodrive, when I set something in motion, it's going to take the route that it wants to take, for the most part. So it may end up deciding to go through the parking lot, but I'd rather give it another option first. And then we got, you know, the case factor will be on this as well. I did a couple of transport jobs that actually came to the case plant. Now this right here is the part where some people may think it's kind of weird choosing this route to start with, but the rest of it, you know, the whole map, hopefully, maybe the whole map I'll end up doing every single road in every single field, but who knows. And again, I'm going slow just to make sure that I make nice new corners. You need my Oklahoma map, no signs to run into. Yeah, but that's nice. But at the same time, I kind of like the signs, you know. For one, you hit one that you know, you can send it flying, and yeah, I kind of like little things like that. But it's just one of those things that there are some stuff that I'd like to remove, but just not all of it, you know. I think having some of the stuff on the map, the signs, it gives you somewhat of a level, like somewhat of a level of not realism, but immersion or something. It's just little details make a difference. Like right here, this red light right here by my truck, I wouldn't mind taking that out, but I would want to leave the stop sign. You know, whether I hit it or not, the stop sign's not going to affect how the truck does. But like the red light, some of the red lights have collision and some of them don't. So the red light will stop you dead in your tracks if it's got collisions. What's going on, Aiden? Welcome to the stream. I'm setting up a Autodrive course on Oklahoma, or starting to set up a course. It's a long process, long slow process, but I just figured I'd jump on here and record a little bit of it, and yeah. But I wouldn't mind checking that map out. The signs and stuff, it don't really bother. Yeah, the red lights suck. They do, but I've noticed that there's some of them that don't have collisions. Not all of them, but some of them. Or it may have been the vehicle I was in. I don't know. It was just could have been lag or something that allowed me to drive right through one. Now, for a lot of this, I don't see. Um, I don't foresee the. Hey, Smokey, how you doing? What's the word I'm trying to say? The collisions, like if I was doing the cows, the 50,000 cows, right? I would and I had a lot of trucks going back and forth the same direction. Um, I would be very meticulous about how close I got to like the yellow line and stuff like that. But I don't foresee me doing a whole lot of multiple truck runs. Um, but I'm still trying to do a good job at it. Doing okay. Yeah, I'm doing okay. So I think right here, let's see. Let's see, can I jump out of the truck? I just want to check out real quick. This is basically going to be my turnaround point somewhere in here because I've got the garage right here. I can't just come in, and like turn around right there. That's a Dorito plant, which is set up for an episode. I could make the Dorito plant the turnaround. And we could do a... Yeah, let's do that. Let's go... I'm going to come down and turn right. And we're going to come up right here. And then we'll just turn across the grass. You know, it's just a turnaround point right there, so... Whoops. I should have just ran back to the truck. Okay. Now, we need to keep recording. Alright, so we got maximum salary, empty auto connect driver wages. We're gonna cut that off. Nah, we'll do 50% and see how that goes. The HUD notifications display, show next path. We want a boat tractor. Okay. Whoops. Sometimes you run into little hiccups like this. Okay, there we go. That should be connected. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to let's see, Doritos. Okay. And then what we're doing, we may end up making a little dirt road right here. This is solely for a turnaround. I had to make ATS work, but I think the Intel integrated graphics card isn't good enough. Yeah, it might not be. That's possible. Oh. Let's see if I can keep this going straight long enough to get a drink of Mountain Dew. So I think what I chose to do, I'm going to turn up by the Hotel? And then what we'll do is we'll connect it, and we'll call that one, at where we connect it, we'll make it the small farm. I don't have to swing out too wide because there's nothing on this corner. Hold on a second. My wife was I think, Bruce, I don't know if you're still in here, but with you see the paint job on this Peterbilt? Isn't there one similar to that in the ATS? Well, let me get right here. Isn't there one similar to this in ATS? It's like a basic Peterbilt paint job, isn't it? Now back there I got a little close to the guardrail, so if I was to send a harvester down the road, I might have to go back and move those points over some. Um, Now I think that I can make this work. Um, I think I can make this work like it is. Because it's going back. It's on this particular spot of the road. It's going on both sides, both directions. But where I've come down on the side roads and stuff, I'll have to go back in the opposite direction at those parts. Um, and what we'll do is, once I connect these, I will we'll test this out. We'll crank up the speed on the truck and let it rip. Oh, well, Bruce, let me ask you something real quick. Since you was gone, this truck right here, the Peterbilt, isn't that like a basic paint job that's on ATS also? Do you know? If you don't know, it's alright. I think there's a paint job real close to that. If that's the case, I'm gonna paint a truck like it. Yeah, I think it's like real. I think there's one that's real similar to what that is. Hey, we was talking about that Mac R yesterday. Um, I've only used that on my account that has, or not the account, but the profile that's a level 7. Now, there wasn't any other engines that popped up. Usually you'd have engines that says, get to level 15 to unlock this or whatever. But I was thinking because it's a level 7 that there may be some stuff that I don't have unlocked yet. Um, all right, man. We're not far from the small farm, so. But at this speed, it seems like it just takes forever. But I remember when I did this before on I've only done it a couple times. It if you take your time when you're making your course, you tend to have a better course. I don't think I need to be too crazy with the this one. Looks like the light post will be alright there. We should be getting real close to the first point. Yep. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and stop it right here. Let's move up a little bit. Alright, there's a good point. So we'll stop recording. And then we're going to click on that one. And click on that one. So that joins the two of them. And let's see. We're actually going to make a point in the farm. We get over here. Okay. So, should be able to start recording. Yeah. We're just going to swing out a little bit. We're going to go right through the middle. Okay. And this is going to be small farm. So start recording. We want to connect these two spots like that. And then what we're going to do, we're going to turn off edit mode. Now we're going to go to the Dorito plant. Yeah, so now we're gonna test both spots, and then I got to add the big farm, and I want to make a um, I want to make a line going from the big farm to the small farm. And the reason I do that right now, I don't have enough money to buy another harvester, so I'm using the harvester from the small farm to help out on the big farm. And so I want to create a way to send the harvester to the other, from one farm to the other, and then back. So um, so it's at that point. Yeah. So now we're gonna test the other sell point, or the other destination, which is the small farm. And we're just gonna send it back. So what I'll do with that one, I may leave it there, or I may move it into, like, add a little spot for it to go into the parking lot of the Dorito plant. Um, that way, if a truck is sitting there waiting to be loaded or unloaded, whatever, and another one comes by, they don't run into each other. So if anybody's joined since we've started, I'm on Oklahoma. This is a 4X map on PC, and I'm just doing the beginning stages of creating an Autodrive course um, for future gameplay. Um, I have two farms set up on this map. One is a large scale farm that I'm working on, and the other one is a small scale farm. They are not actual farm locations that were created on the map. These are stuff that I'm doing, working on my own, choosing my own location. So, um, and right now we're just testing the destination points that I put down on the first part of it. And there's a couple fields, like the three fields right there at the small farm. I'm probably not going to put them on the mat on the course, uh, just because I can just tell it to go to the small farm, and then I'll drive it, because those fields aren't big. The harvester, uh, the best of my the best that I can remember, each one of those fields by themselves will not fill up a harvester. so it's just easy just to go in and harvest the field, unload it into a trailer. You know, I can leave the trailer parked in one kind of like central location. So I don't think that I need to have those 3 fields marked on the Autodrive course. Okay. And this brings us back to the small farm. Now, the next thing that I want to do is we've got to go at least make the course coming from the big farm to this one. So let's drive down there, and we're just going to pick a simple spot for it. Let me see, I think it's 4. Speed up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Alright, now where would be a good spot? Because I don't have all the buildings in place right there. So let's go ahead and go into edit mode so we can see the dots. Let's go down to the house. Let's do it from there. So I do know this is going to be a road right here. We're going to put the road somewhere in here. Trying to think. Okay, I know what I'm going to do. This is just like a temporary spot right here, so got to get past this. Okay. So now we're going to start recording. And right here between these 2 fields, let's see, we'll call this staging 1. Staging 1. Great. Whoops. Oh, maybe got too close there. I need to get close enough to where I can see the dots going into the farm. We can make a wide entrance right there. What we're going to do is go past this one. There we go. Now, stop record. Okay. Staging 1, go. I guess I can come out of edit mode. Okay. Now, what do we want to do next? So we got a couple cell points up here that we're going to go connect into this. And we want to be off a little bit on the side. Okay. I see what we need to do. So this is, I believe, called the farm shop. We're gonna try and scoot by here. That needs to be a different type of loading. So I want to come through right there. And I think that the heck happened? What the heck happened? Slurry yard. Create. What is going on that it keeps throwing that off of my screen? Okay. Now this right here, all this right here is gonna have to be cleaned up. Start recording. Okay, so farm shop. We'll see. Do we have? What do we have? If we can put anything in there. I think we've sold everything. And we don't have a field that is ready to harvest. Okay. Oh no, you're fine, Smokey. Don't worry about it. What else? So we need to connect it coming from the big farm. Okay. So, stop recording. Then we want this one. Connect there. Now, what we want. Can we come off of here? This is going to be tricky. Might be where we need to take the post out. Maybe the post and the sign. Okay, where we at? Where we at? We got to get in front of this one. So, whoops. Oh no, you're fine, Aiden. Y'all, no need to apologize. I'm just working on this. So now, if we go back, there is a way. Station 1. No. Nope. Okay. I can't remember what it is I'm looking for. So let's do the slurry yard. And then from there we'll go to station 1 and see how it turns. So this is kind of the part. I'm not gonna say I don't think it's boring. It's just a part that it takes. Doing all this, it just takes time. And you want to after each point, you want to test it. I'd like to have stuff on the map. It's just I've already sold. I've been selling everything, as I've been selling everything, so I don't have anything in the silo that I can see. That's hung up on there. So what we need to do is stop that. Need to back up to there. Now let's whoops. Let's turn this. So we're gonna move these out a little bit. And this is why you want to test it, because you come up with problems like this, where it wants to hit the corner. Um, so that may still be a problem. We'll have to figure it. And I could make it to where it backs into that. And that's one of the things with the it's the way that slurry pit is cut out as far as the cell point. You run into issues like that on some maps. You'll find cell points that you have to back into, and you can do drop offs where it can you can do drop offs so that it crap, what's the word, where you back into a cell point. You can make it um, courses to where you pull forward, trailer gets straightened out, and then it'll back up to the cell point and dump that way. So I don't have anything ready to harvest. Growth 27, 29, 30, 31. Oh, 29. What's in 29? Let's see here. Oats. So, oats. Okay. So we need to send this one back. Let's we're gonna send this one back to a small farm. And I believe I have the harvester for the small farm down here. I may not. I thought I did, but it doesn't look like I do. So let's just go to the small farm. This is something I got to where is it? Okay. Why does that keep going back to you? This is one thing that can be frustrating. I have a mod where if I take the cursor and I point on a piece of equipment, it will change to that. I can just hop into a vehicle without tabbing through them. So the menu kind of, if you got a vehicle back behind the menu for the Autodrive and you click on it, it'll throw you in that vehicle instead of clicking on the Autodrive. So it can be a pain in the butt sometimes. That's just one of those things where I haven't done it in so long I kind of forgot. Okay, so do we want to come in this? No, we'll whoa. It's supposed to be small farm. I think I'm okay with going to the road and then cutting back. I don't need to have two directions going through the farm. Now I don't have to wait for it to get to that point. I can just pull over. Let's see. We can jump out. We will take the... Yeah, we'll take the John Deere. Why not? Let's see. Alt 0. We'll come out of edit mode. We can close that. Now, I'm going to end up switching combines altogether. And the reason for that, I don't feel like downloading any new mods. And I have... How do we get to that field? I have... the Case IH, the header that I have for it with the air bars on it, has the built-in cart. So I'm switching over to the Case, but I've got to wait till I make all the money that I need. And I don't think the case header is going to look right on the John Deere. I think that would just be kind of, I don't want to say silly, but to me it just won't look right. So we are just doing this. Crap. F1. I'm only doing this to give me something to test as far as the sell point. And I don't want to cheat a bunch, you know, I just don't want to do it. I actually had a hard time deciding when I got done with the Delta Junction, the challenge I was doing on that map. I had a hard time deciding to bring the money that I made on that map over to this one, and I did it for the main reason to buy the roads and you know what I think they call like the extra property, or I've heard people say it different ways, but you know how you buy like the roads and then like the parts of the map that doesn't have fields on it or anything like that. So when I sold property and equipment on Alaska, I took and carried the money over to this map to be able to buy the land, the house. You know, I did it with the concept that, you know, we was moving from Alaska to here, so we had to sell the farm, sell the house, you know, sold the properties that I owned, stuff like that. And I didn't sell all of it. I probably only sold about a fourth of it, to be honest with you. But I did that so that if I ever wanted to go back to Alaska, because in real life I have a sister that lives there, so I might want to do a role play like, we just go on vacation, you know, we go back to Alaska, visit my sister, whatever, however we want to do it. But I had a hard time deciding to actually do that. I asked a couple of people. I was like, um, "What do y'all think about when you do one gameplay and you do you carry your money from one map to another?" And the best answer that I got it was that it was dependent on what you were doing. So I told them the situation. I was like, "Hey, I'm doing like a little gameplay series, and I'm moving from Alaska to Oklahoma." And they're like, "Oh yeah," it's like you could easily justify you're selling your house and your farm, and this is the money you made off of it. And there's been a bunch of people, several YouTubers that have done that. So, but anyway, I just don't want to cheat the silo or fill up a. I could probably go buy some stuff to test out the sell point, but it's no big deal. Just sit in a big field; it'll be done before we know it. So in order to buy field 28, which is where I had the what do you call it, the sell points, the slurry yard and the farm shop, where I have those sitting at, I had to buy this whole section right here, the whole corner of this map to it's field 28, 27, 29, 30, and 31, just to get that one little field for those sell points. And we were at 50%. Trying to think. I don't believe that I have a trailer. I don't think I have a trailer for the straw. Nah, it doesn't look like it. But yeah, but back to what I was saying about the headers. Um, I, I I like the headers that have the carts um, built into it. That way you just fold it up. It's no big deal. Um, I don't know if it's realistic. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's realistic because I've never seen anybody that has had a cart built into the header in real life. So it could be. I just don't know. But it's so convenient just to pick it up, fold it, and go on. When you're ready to transport going down the road, drop the trailer part of it, or you let the wheels come down and you grab it and take off. It's pretty cool. So Bruce, last night I did my ATS, and at the end I had enough money to buy the Kenworth K100, the cab over, but my garage was still, it had not been upgraded, so I only have one. I only have room for one truck in my garage, so I couldn't I couldn't buy the K100 last night. So I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna put this in the silo on the small farm. And I'm gonna set a point for the silo, and then we'll get the truck back out, and we'll see if we can make it load the truck and then go sell it. And instead of driving on the road, we're just gonna cut through the grass. Cause see, like right here is where those headers I really like. You got a wide header trying to go down a road with poles and trees and stuff, and it just makes it easy. Try and do this with Autodrive or something like that, and it can be a pain in the butt. I don't think I don't think that comes as a surprise to anyone. Let's see, can we shoot through the shed? Yeah, that's wide enough. Okay. Come on, get over there. Oh, I've got a, because I deleted some of the mods, I've got a part of the silo missing. I had another piece right there behind the sign, and when I cleaned up my mods, it got rid of one of them. Well, okay. Pipe out. Select tool. We're gonna set him right there for right now. Let's come back and get in the truck. Now, what's going to be the best way for doing the silo? And I hope that's not too drastic. Dang it, why? Oh, I think I know why. Y'all don't see it, but it keeps my cursor behind the game keeps going over to another screen, and when I click to change, let's see, let's back up a little bit. That should be enough right there. So when I click to change something, sometimes the cursor will be on one of the other screens, and on my main screen the game will disappear, and so I have to keep pulling it up and getting frustrated with it. But small farm silo. Create. So now we should just be able to come right over here. And I want to aim toward that one. Yeah, there we go. So click on that. Oh, wait a minute, let's stop. Nope. Leave edit mode. There we go. So we want that to go to there. Alright, now how that's to unload the wheat. Let's see here, we're gonna go small farm silo. We're gonna go to farm shop, and we're gonna go to, we got to do oats. Is that right? So let's see what happens. So I should be able to just hide that. It's interesting that it took that path instead of going up the road, which I may not have it set up to go up the road yet. So now it should load at the silo. Uh-oh. Oh no, it got close enough. Trying to see if it's going to, oh no. We don't want that. Alright, so let's try this again. That may have been my fault because it was set up to do it 8 times. Okay. What we want to pull these over just a little bit so that we know the trailer is going to go up underneath that without a problem. Okay. So let's pull out past that. Now let's start the course. Yeah, I don't have it turning left to go up the road right there. That's why it's pulling in through the farm shop. So we'll have to connect that. $330. So if this works okay, we will connect the. We'll have it to where it won't go through the farm shop, and then I'll call it a stream, and we'll get ready to watch Bruce. See what he's going to do today. Now with my question, well, auger wagon that's not going to be too wide for an auger wagon, I don't think. So we'll give it a couple minutes to let it think, and because it may have to actually fill the trailer up in order to sell it. It may just want to sit there. Alright, hold on. There is settings, right? So tractor, unload fill level, field exit, restrict path, distance to combine, vehicle settings, restrict unloader. If silo is empty, drive on, apply. There we go. Now, all right, there we go. See, it undoes the cover, puts the cover back on. Now, it should stop right here, open up the cover, and it should unload before it gets to the farm shop. And there we go. We're making some money. Okay. Now it's going to drive on to the farm shop. It's going to go back to the farm silo. Interesting. wonder why it's doing that. Is there a way of having it sell? You can unload it at the silo. That's low. That's to sell. I want to have it sell. Can we not make it sell and then go to another place and wait? That would be cool if we could. I don't know if you can do that or not, but all right. So let's go back down here. We need to turn that off before it gets too dark. We want to make this go around to the left. Okay. So if we come off to the left right here, all right, we're in front of it. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna record. Which will be good because then we can pick up the fermenting silo as well. Okay. So, stop recording. We want that to go there. Spawn silo. We're almost done with this stream. I want to thank everybody for stopping in and watching. Harley, Bruce, Aiden, we had Smokey in here. Let's see, who else did we have? Smokey, Bruce, Aiden, and Harley. Yeah, thank you so much for coming in and chatting with me. I appreciate everybody for stopping in and leaving a like. If you like what you see, subscribe. If you don't, subscribe anyway. And maybe something in the future that I might do that you like. You never know. So, okay. So I think that covers it. I hope that y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you in another chat somewhere. 3,